2019. Narito ang mga balita mula sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Ito ang Eagle News International Filipino Edition. Sa ulo ng ating mga balita. Hong Kong leader at British Prime Minister Boris Johnson naharap sa panibagong showdown sa parlamento matapos matalo ang kanyang Brexit strategy. MPs nakatakdang bumoto para hadangan ang no-deal departure. Ako po si Ben Bernaldez, ang inyong magiging tagapagbalita. Sa detalye ng mga balita. Formal nang binawi ni Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam ang kontrobersyal na extradition bill. Ayon sa reports ng Hong Kong media, ginawa ito ni Lam para wakasan na ang 3 buwang demonstrasyon sa kanilang teritoryo. Naging positibo naman ang pagtanggap ng Hong Kong stock market matapos na tumaas ng 4% ang kanilang trading. Unang pumutok ang mga balita na i-withdraw na ng Hong Kong Chief Executive ang panukala. Matapos ang pakikipagdialogo ng kampo ng pro-democracy protesters sa gobyerno ng Hong Kong.
First, the government will formally withdraw the bill in order to fully allay public concerns. The Secretary for Security will move a motion according to the rules of procedure when the Legislative Council resumes. First, the government will formally withdraw the bill.
Samantala, nakipagpulong ang kilalang Hong Kong activist na si Joshua Wong sa mga pro-democracy politicians sa Taipei. Si Wong kasama ang ilang pang aktivista at mambabatas ay inaresto noong August 30 sa Hong Kong para tutulan ng extradition bill. Pero pinalaya rin makalipas ang isang araw.
What important is how Hong Kong people in the past support the Sunflower movement and how Taiwanese people support Umbrella movement 5 years ago. When one country, two system is fully collapsed already, we urge people in Taiwan, it's time to safeguard Hong Kong and to support peoples in Hong Kong to fight for free election.
我们都认知到，香港问题其实是一个国际问题，也同时是人权问题。那我们相信，包括台湾在内的国际社会，都已经高度理解一国两制的崩解是一个极大的政治危机。
Nalalasa ang Hurricane Dorian sa US East Coast at nag-iwan ng 7 patay sa Bahamas. Makikita sa aerial footage ang matinding pinsala ng bagyo. Maraming bahay, sasakyan at mga bangka ang nasira. Lubog din sa baha ang maraming lugar. Aminado naman si Prime Minister Hubert Minnis na isa sa pambansang crisis sa kasaysayan ng bansa ang bagyong Dorian. Anya, maraming residente ng Bahamas ang nangamba sa kanilang buhay dahil sa pananalasa ni Dorian.
We are in the midst of one of the greatest national crises in our country's history. The government will bring to bear every resource of state possible to help the people of Abaco and Grand Bahama or any other island nation that's necessary. Parts of Abaco are decimated. There's severe flooding. There's severe damage to homes, businesses, other buildings, and infrastructure. The National Airport in Abaco is underwater. The runway is completely flooded. And in fact, the area around the airport now looks like a lake. Our priority at this time is search, rescue, and recovery. I just want to thank all of those first responders who are acting with courage to save lives and to rescue those in need. Our urgent task will be to provide food, water, shelter, safety, and security.
Samantala, nagbigay ng tulong ang mga residente ng Florida sa mga naapektuhang bagyo sa Bahamas. Umaasa rin ang mga ito na marami pa ang tutulong sa mga apektado ng kalamidad. Panoorin po natin ito.
I just came to drop off some supplies, some food, canned food, powdered milk, soups, cereal, sugar. I feel bad for Bahamas, what they're going through right now. So we all have to, chip in and help.
However, we have to wait until the weather is clear enough. These are seaplanes, these aren't 757s. So we have to wait until the weather permits them to fly and get there. But hopefully either tomorrow morning or sometime today, depending on the weather.
Sa kaugnay na balita, nananawagan na naman si Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sa mga residenteng nasasakupan na manatiling ligtas.
I know it's been frustrating for a lot of folks, for Floridians to look and see, is it going to come in my direction, is it going to come in another? There have been times throughout this process where there were credible paths that took this thing to the west coast of Florida, to northwest Florida, of course across the state, up 95, up the center of the state. And so really we could make a case going back a week and a half that pretty much any of our 67 counties could have been directly impacted by this thing. This is going to be riding Florida's coast for the next day and a half. While we think this is a much better track than when we were looking at 72 hours ago, we just ask people to stay safe, remain vigilant. There will be some effects in the state of Florida. There'll be storm surge, there'll be some flooding, you may see wind damage depending on how close this gets to the state of Florida. But at the end of the day, being safe is the most important.
Ang iba pang mga balita sa pagbabalik ng Eagle News International Filipino Edition.
Dito sa Net25
at OSN, siguradong at home ka dito.
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always one with 25. Peace!
Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Agila Balita, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7:30 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga.
Tips time for parents. Teaching kids good behavior. Small kids tend to be self-centered or only think of what pleases them. That's why they would do whatever they would want to at times. As they grow up, they need to learn good behavior so that they would gain more friends and act appropriately. Here are some tips that parents can do to teach good behavior. Encourage kids to wait for their turn by asking them to wait or fall in line. Show kids that sharing is good, especially when playing with friends. Tell them to use words instead of just actions, especially when they want to.
Naalis sa trabaho ang lalaking namaril sa Texas na kinasawi ng 7 katao. Ito ang sinabi ni Odessa Police Chief Michael Girk sa isang news conference. Bago ang dismissal, kapwa tumawag sa mga pulis ang suspect at dating employer nito para magreklamo dahil na rin sa hindi pagkakaunawaan ukol sa pagsibak sa trabaho. Ang suspect na si Asset Aaron Ator ay tumawag din sa FBI pero wala namang ginawang pagbabanta. Nabaril at napatay din si Ator ng mga pulis sa labas ng isang sinihan sa Odessa. Sa iba pang balita, nasa 15 katao naman ang patay sa pagbagsak ng ginagawang 3 palapag na gusali sa Bamako, Mali. Ayon sa report ng kanilang gobyerno sa kanilang local media, bumagsak ang top floor papunta sa iba pang bahagi ng gusali. Nasa 26 na katao naman ang nailigtas ng mga rescue worker kasama na ang isang 4 na taong gulang na batang babae. Magtatagda ng investigasyon ng mga otoridad sa nangyaring insidente. Sa iba pang ring balita, tinalo ng ilang mambabata si British Prime Minister Boris Johnson sa hakbang na ipasa ang batas para maiwasan ang no-deal Brexit. Sa botong 328-301, nanalo ang 21 members ng Conservative members of the Parliament kung saan maaari silang gumawa ng panukala na maaring magpabaga sa tuluyang pagkalas ng United Kingdom sa European Union. Mabilis namang nanawagan si Johnson ng general election upang hayaan sa mamamayan ang desisyon kung dapat nga bang alisin sa saklaw ng European Union ang kanilang bansa. 3 taon na mula nang ipasa ang referendum kung saan tuloy nang aalisin ang Britanya mula sa EU na naging dahilan ng mga debate sa parliamentary. Sinuspindi ang search operations para sa mga survivor ng trahedya ng scuba diving boat sa baybayin ng California matapos mabawi ang 20 bangkay. May namataan pa kasing 4 na hanggang 6 na natrap sa nasabing underwater wreckage. Inilipat na ang mga bangkay ng 11 babae at 9 na lalaki sa coroner's office matapos masunog at lumubog ang bangka. Sinabi ni Santa Barbara County Sheriff Bill Brown, sisimulan ang pagproseso sa DNA profiles ng 20 nabawing biktima. Nasa isang excursion sa Santa Cruz Island sa Southern California ang scuba diving boat nang mangyari ang trahedya. 5 tripulante ang tumalon sa tubig habang nasusunog ang bangka at kaagad naman silang nailigtas. Sinasabing nasa 39 ang sakay ng bangka at nasa 14 pa ang kailangang i-recover. Sa kaugnay na balita, umaasa naman si Santa Barbara County Sheriff Bill Brown na makakakita pa sila ng mga naging biktima sa paglubog ng bangka sa California.
We'll begin the process of mapping DNA profiles of the 20 victims that we have recovered so far so that they can be compared with family samples that will be collected commencing today and in the days to come.
As of 9:40 a.m. this morning, Coast Guard has suspended search efforts pending further development. It is never an easy decision to suspend search efforts. We know that this is a very difficult time for families and friends of the victims. We have suspended these search efforts due to no additional individuals having been witnessed entering the water.
Because our hope is that once we get into the vessel, hopefully today, that we will find the remaining victims and recover them. Obviously, if that doesn't happen, we will be looking at the debris field and other areas where there could be remains from the victims of this terrible tragedy. The question was, is it appearing as though the people who are below deck were trapped and unable to exit the vessel? And that does appear to be exactly what happened. That there was a stairwell to get down the main entryway up and down, and there was an escape hatch. And it would appear as though both of those were blocked by fire.
Ang iba pang mga balita sa aming pagbabalik.
Hello everyone, Nicole Tongo here, greeting you from all the way here at Niagara Falls in Canada. Make sure to watch Digital Nas every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net 25. Again, I am Nicole Tongo, always one with 25.
Mga isyung panlipunan. Mga isyung pampolitika. Tatalakayin, lilinawin, kasama ang mga batikang komentarista, Congressman Dante Marcoleta at Jen Sobartiaga sa Ganang Mamamayan. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga.
Mawawalan ang Britanya ng halos $16 billion taon-taon sa kanilang export sa European Union sakaling walang mabuong kasunduan sa Brexit. Ito ang tinaya ng United Nations.
In case of a no deal, the exports of the UK will be mainly affected with regards to the European Union. We are estimated, this is a conservative estimate, that the exports to the EU will...
Sa ng Academy for Local Women Entrepreneurs sa Colombia, si Ivanka Trump, ang anak ni US President Donald Trump.
This morning, I'm honored to be here in Bogota to officially launch WGDP's Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. They're looking forward to a future where women have the same economic opportunities as men. They're looking forward to a future where women-run businesses will contribute in ever-increasing ways to Colombia's peace and prosperity. This is particularly important in Colombia, where women play an increasingly critical role in the country's economic development and continued transition to peace.
Ibinalig ng Indonesia ang daang-daang shipping container na naglalaman ng mga basura sa mga bansang pinanggagalingan. Mariing tinutulan ng mga bansa sa Southeast Asia ang ginagawang pagtatapon ng basura ng ibang mga bansa. Ayon sa opisyal na nasa 250 containers ng basura ang naibalik na at nasa 1,000 pa ang patuloy na iniinspeksyon. Ang 49 na containers ay kinumpiska sa Batam Island malapit sa Singapore at ibinalik sa Estados Unidos, Germany, France, Hong Kong at Australia. Nakita sa mga shipment ang mga basura, plastic waste at hazardous materials na isang paglabag sa import rules. Hinigpitan ng Indonesia ang surveillance sa foreign trash dahil sa mataas na imports. Malaking bahagi kasi ng mga basura ang dinadala ngayon sa mga bansa sa Southeast Asia matapos isara ng China ang pintuan nito sa mga basura noong nakalipas na taon para linisin ang kanilang kapaligiran. Nasa 300 tonelada ng plastic ang pinoproduce taong-taon ayon sa conservation organization na World WWF. At isa sa ikinababahala ang microplastics na nakakain ng mga isda, ibon at iba pang mga hayop. At ang kabuuan ng mga balita mula sa iba't ibang bansa. Ito ang Eagle News International Filipino Edition. Sa pangalan ng mga bubuo sa Eagle News Service, ako po si Ben Bernaldez and I am 1 with 25. Susunod na ang Agila Balita.